We're here with women's soccer coach Randi Simmons. How you doing, Coach?
Doing well.
Great, great. So it's the 2018 season, and it's your second season as a coach. Going from last year to this year, how do you think you've transitioned and being out here in Napa and being around these girls?
Last year was my first year with the program, and we really started getting the program going in the right direction. We were trying to establish our culture, get our foundational pieces in, and toward the end of the last year, we really started in an upward trajectory. So coming into the second season, you're always hopeful to keep building on the previous year, but at the junior college level, every year is so different, the team's so different, and you have a new squad every single year. So we almost started at ground zero as far as our chemistry on the field, but those cultural foundational pieces were still there from last year. So we've been able to build as far as the off-field stuff goes without any real hitches in that trajectory. And on the field, we've just now started coming together. So we've kind of turned the page from the first phase of the season right now. From non-conference, now we're moving into conference at the end of this week. And again, we're on that upward trajectory soccer-wise. So all the pieces are kind of coming together right now to shape up for a really nice year together with the program, yeah.
Perfect. In kind of building on that question there and talking about the culture for the program, you have a couple of returning sophomores that are on the squad this year. What have they brought to the new girls that have come in this year?
I think our returners have just continued to establish our core values. They're so well versed in them now. They know exactly what we're looking for to keep moving in that positive direction. So, right when you walk into our family room, it says high fives and positive vibes. And that's really like our personal mantra that every girl takes in. But then our core values, family, character, spirit, we've demonstrated those three things, game in and game out, day in and day out, and that's all due to the leadership of the returners coming in and our captains just every day helping to kind of steady the ship and move everyone in the right direction, which that's always the challenge every year. So I feel really good about where we're at with the leadership that's returned as well as the leadership that's been injected this year as well with our new arrivals.
Awesome. Going into your non-conference schedule, you did have a little bit of a tough non-conference schedule. How do you feel like that's kind of built your team to be ready for conference play?
Yeah. So we've just turned the page from non-conference. We just wrapped up our last non-conference competition yesterday, and now this Friday will be our first conference league match moving into this next kind of meteor phase of the season. So I intentionally scheduled a really tough non-conference so that not only we be tested in our ability soccer-wise, our chemistry coming together, defense and offense, but also in those intangible things of resiliency, spirit, discipline. Those are the three pieces that we really need to hone in on and solidify before we move into conference and we get these conference opponents in that really know how to test us. So the non-conference did exactly what it was built for. It tested us and it pushed us outside of our comfort zones to grow. So now we're feeling really excited to start this next phase, and we're moving again in that upward trajectory. We're right where we want to be to jump off and take on our conference. Our game yesterday, our last non-conference match of the season against Siskiyous, they gave us exactly what we wanted from them. They gave us a battle. Just from the opening whistle to the final whistle, we were in it, both sides. And the competition was high, the intensity was high. The fans that were there, they could feel it. And to be in that kind of environment, we can't create that in training. No matter how much we want to try and all these different things we do as coaches, the real thing is the real thing, and there's no substitute. So Siskiyous, they kind of put us to the test. They held our feet to the fire. We went up 1-0. They came back. And then they went up 2-1 in stoppage time. It was in the 90th minute, and we go down a goal. And in that moment, that was the real test. Us as coaches, we sat back and said, okay, how are we going to respond? And the girls rose to the test. They kept coming. Even though we knew we were already past the 90th minute, it could end at any moment, and we kept going. And it just showed our mentality, that resilience to keep going, and it paid off. The final play of the game, we forced a set piece, and it just so happens that we're able to kind of turn it into the fruits of our labor. And so we end up getting that result. We tied 2-2. As soon as the game ends, you really saw how much that game meant to our team. And it gave us that confidence boost, that belief that we're always in it. And so now we're in such a great mentality, such a healthy place, really to jump off into the rest of the year. So hats off to Siskiyous, because they had a big road trip to come down here. We went up there last year, and they battled from the beginning to the end, and it showed what this team can do and what we're really made of. So couldn't be happier with the spirit that our team showed yesterday.
Great, Coach. Yeah, being there on the sideline and just all the excitement that you can see on the girls' faces, the fans' faces, the administration. It was definitely a wonderful feeling seeing your girls just battle. So we want to thank you, Coach, for joining us today on Coach's Corner for the women's soccer preview 2018 season. Again, we want to thank you guys for joining us, and stay tuned for our YouTube page for more content. All right, have a great day.